For millions of Americans, the American dream no longer feels real. People are working longer hours, taking second jobs, cutting back on basic necessities, and still falling behind financially every month. Grocery bills are exploding. Rent keeps climbing. Credit card debt is reaching record highs. Even families earning six figures are admitting something shocking. They can't afford America anymore. Across the country, more people are asking the same terrifying question. How did the richest country in the world become so expensive that ordinary Americans can barely survive? Just a few years ago, life already felt expensive. But today the pressure has reached another level. Americans are now paying dramatically more for groceries, gas, utilities, insurance, healthcare, and housing compared to before the pandemic. A simple grocery trip can feel like a financial emergency. Rent in many major cities has become almost impossible for average workers to afford. Mortgage rates surged so high that millions gave up on buying homes. The cost of living keeps rising faster than paychecks, and that gap is quietly destroying the middle class. One of the biggest reasons behind this crisis is inflation. Over the past several years, prices increased at one of the fastest rates Americans have seen in decades. The Federal Reserve responded by aggressively raising interest rates to slow inflation down. But while higher rates may reduce inflation over time, they also make life far more expensive for ordinary people. Car payments increased. Credit card interest rates exploded. Mortgage costs skyrocketed. Small businesses faced more pressure. Millions suddenly found themselves trapped between rising prices and rising debt at the same time. What makes the situation worse is that wages simply haven't kept up. Many Americans received small salary increases, but those raises were nowhere near enough to match the real cost of living. In practical terms, people are earning more dollars while actually becoming poorer. Families that once lived comfortably on middle-class incomes now feel financially stressed every month. Parents are delaying vacations, avoiding restaurants, canceling subscriptions, and still struggling to save money. Emergency savings are disappearing. Retirement contributions are slowing down. More Americans are relying on credit cards just to survive everyday expenses. Right now, credit card debt in the United States is sitting near historic highs. Millions are carrying balances month after month while interest rates continue climbing. Some people are paying over 20% interest simply to borrow money for groceries, rent, and utility bills. That creates a dangerous cycle because once debt compounds faster than income grows, escaping becomes extremely difficult. Housing has become another major pressure point inside the economy. In many parts of America, rent prices increased so aggressively that workers are spending huge percentages of income just to keep a roof over their heads. Home ownership, once considered a basic milestone of success, now feels completely out of reach for younger Americans. High mortgage rates combined with elevated home prices created one of the least affordable housing markets in modern history. At the same time, layoffs and economic uncertainty are spreading fear throughout the workforce. Major corporations, especially in technology, already cut thousands of jobs. Artificial intelligence is creating additional anxiety as workers worry about long-term job security. Americans are watching companies reduce hiring and cut costs while living expenses continue climbing higher. Social media also changed the way Americans view money. People constantly see luxury lifestyles, expensive vacations, and unrealistic expectations online. Many younger Americans feel pressure to appear financially successful while privately struggling with debt and rising expenses. That emotional pressure often pushes people into worse financial decisions. Meanwhile, the broader economy depends heavily on consumer spending. But when consumers run out of savings and max out debt, the entire system becomes vulnerable. Millions of Americans are now simply trying to survive 1 month at a time while hoping life eventually becomes easier.